Hey everyone, Tim Schofield here, and OPPO has released their brand new Reno13 series with a ton of AI innovations in gaming, productivity, and especially tuning that camera. Especially at that price point, there's a ton of AI features built into these phones. Check out those prices, super competitive. Now, big thanks to OPPO for sponsoring this video and sending all of these over. They actually sent over extra because we're gonna take a look at multiple colors. So let me know which color you like most. They look really good in all three models. They sent over the Reno13F, the Reno13, and the Reno13 Pro. We're gonna focus mostly on the Pro and a lot of their features, test out that camera, but also touch on the other two models as well. But anyways, let's get started. In the boxes of the Reno13 series, they actually included a charging brick and a case as well. Really nice to have those extras, especially at this price point. The Reno13 Pro has 80 watt Super VOOC flash charge, which is crazy fast. I'm not gonna hide the devices any longer. Here's a look at the Reno13 Pro, the graphite gray and plume purple. I like the plume purple, it really does pop out, but there's a luminous blue in the Reno13. I've got it right here. I just love the accent around the camera module. That color is just so cool. With the Reno13 Pro's design, you have an aluminum frame. Those bezels are really thin, which makes it great when you're watching videos or playing games. Also on the back, great colors, but OPPO also uses a one-piece cold sculpted glass back cover. It's a single 1.5 millimeter thick piece of glass, and what it does is it unifies the design where the camera and the rest of the back are forged, and it's all one continuous piece of glass. Really cool and just looks great. A perfect end product for these phones. Speaking of that display, you get a 6.83 inch 1.5K resolution AMOLED with 120 hertz refresh rate is what you're looking for, especially if you'd like to game on your phone. It'll adapt depending on the content that's shown. I still can't get over how slim the bezels are on this phone, and they're all equal no matter what side you're looking at, which is what you would find on other flagship phones. Just very thin, equal-sided bezels. On the back, you have a triple camera setup, a 50 megapixel main sensor with optical image stabilization, a 50 megapixel telephoto lens, up to 3.5 times optical, and a crazy 120 times digital zoom, and then an extra 8 megapixel ultra wide angle lens. Taking a look at the camera app, you do have a pro mode, so you can really customize your shot. You can shoot all the way up to 4K 60 frames per second. And jumping into portrait mode is where you can really start customizing it. You can change the f-stop on the left side, which is the depth of field. So if you want it to be a little more blurry or less blurry, you can completely customize it even at different focal lengths. Also, a really unique mode is the underwater mode. What it does is it locks the camera so you can use the physical buttons to take pictures, record video, and with an IP69 rating, you have nothing to worry about when you put the phone in water. By the way, that IP69 rating is across the entire Reno13 lineup. So cool, they've added it to even the least expensive phone. And back to that underwater mode, the pictures actually turned out pretty great. I was impressed. I'm excited to bring this phone with me when it gets a little warmer and I can swim, take some pictures in a pool. When you're done taking pictures underwater, it will emit a sound to remove the water from the phone. And OPPO has fully tuned their camera system with AI. They include a feature that not a lot of Android phones have called Live Photo, where you do get some motion to a static image that you take. In the AI Studio app, you also have AI Portrait, Re-Image, and Motion. One I really like is AI Re-Image, where you can pick a specific style, and I'm going to upload from my photos. Let's say this selfie that I took. Let's go ahead and restyle it and just see what it comes up with. You can choose watercolor, pixels. I chose comic, so let's see what that comes up with for us. And there you go, there is me in comic form. There's so many different styles and a lot of different things to choose from. After taking your pictures, there's a lot of AI features like Clarity Enhancer to upscale the image and just make it a little sharper. Also AI Unblur, if there's a ton of motion going on, maybe a pet, a kid, it will actually unblur it. It's kind of cool how well it works. And AI reflection remover, so if you're taking a picture through, say, a window, you can get rid of that reflection. The AI eraser tool is also available and does a good job at removing products, people, anything that you don't want in the specific shot that you take. And overall, this camera has been a lot of fun to use with those AI features. The portrait mode shots turned out really good. The edge detection is very well tuned. Also a few photo samples. While I was out and about on a walk testing out that telephoto lens, it actually turned out really good. I like the color reproduction and that selfie camera in regular and portrait mode. And by the way, using the OPPO Connect app, you can sort of airdrop your pictures to an iPhone. You can even tap the top and it will register. Also, those live photos, if you share them to your iPhone, they will be able to be viewed as live photos as well on your iPhone, just straight to it after you use OPPO Connect. And there we go. So once the transfer is complete, let's view it in Photos. Now check it out. On my iPhone, I can press and hold on the image and look, it's the live photo. That is crazy. You can even see live in the upper left-hand corner, so you can still loop it, bounce it, long exposure, or just turn live off. But that is so cool. I think it's the only Android phone that you can transfer live photos and have them viewed in live photos on your iPhone. You do get great performance on the Reno13 Pro with the MediaTek Dimensity 8350 chip. You'll see we're playing Mobile Legend, and the Reno13 Pro's frames are extremely consistent. They have AI HyperBoost, which makes sure those frames are consistent and the performance is stable. HyperBoost will actually insert frames into the GPU's output stream, so gameplay looks even smoother, and their AI multi-cooling makes sure the phone stays cool during long gaming sessions. Also, the vapor chamber cooler is larger. The area is now 4,791 square millimeters, which is increased twice as much compared to the last generation. Now, I didn't play for 8 hours straight, but OPPO tested it, and they achieved over 8 hours of just consistent gaming with this phone, which is super impressive. The dual speakers are surprisingly strong. It will even boost the volume and get really loud. This is perfect when you're gaming, and their O haptics make you feel like you're actually in the game. It's just a really impressive gaming phone. Check out how loud these speakers can get. And with those long gaming sessions, like I said, you want the battery to last. They have a really large 5,800 milliamp hour battery with 80 watts of SuperVOOC charging. It's so fast, 0 to 100% in under an hour. You don't just get performance while gaming, but also when switching between apps, you can have multiple open at the same time. Everything's very fluid. Now, aside from gaming, you also want productivity. Yes, maybe you're gonna need to get some work done on your phone. The AI in the OPPO Reno is special because of their AI toolbox. It is at the system level and can contextually give you information. So for example, I'm reading an article here and it recognizes that. So if I swipe over from the top here, I have AI Summary and AI Speak. So if I go to AI Summary, it will scan what's on my screen and give me a full summary of this article. It'll run through, let me know some of the specs, the features of obviously the phone. That's the article I pulled up. This is a really good summary. I'm gonna hit stop for now. And then what I can do is I can copy it, share it, I can save it to notes, I can share it to, say, maybe a WhatsApp message or an Instagram message. I have all of these options. As you saw, I shared it to the Notes app. Going into it and swiping over, it recognizes I'm in the notes, so it has AI Writer now. So that's even an option where you can briefly describe what you want to write, choose the specific tone, and you can even potentially do a rewrite. By the way, you get all these AI features across the Reno13 lineup. So cool of OPPO to just include all these AI features on all the devices. And speaking of, the Reno13 still has a lot to offer at its price point. I know I pointed out the luminous blue, but also that plume white is a really clean look. Both of them look great. As mentioned, both have an IP69 rating, a 6.59-inch 120 Hz OLED display, and with the camera on the back, 50 megapixel main camera, 8 megapixel ultra wide, and a 2 megapixel depth sensor for portraits. It's also awesome that the Reno13F has those AI features, IP69 rating, and a really large 5,800 milliamp hour battery. And again, just a quick look at all of the colors of these devices. They look really good. They feel very premium in the hand. Overall, the OPPO Reno13 series is very competitive at its price points. Great that you don't have to sacrifice AI features, IP69 rating, so you do have a ton of peace of mind. Not only are the AI features useful for performance and productivity, but they're also a lot of fun to use. I really enjoy taking pictures with these phones. Anyways, I will be sure to link to everything down below. Drop a comment, let me know your favorite color, let me know which model you're gonna pick up. Again, everything's linked down below. Be sure to subscribe, a lot more videos coming soon, and as always, thanks for watching.